dreamlike shapes covered in cotton candy colors. This is the quintessential image that comes to mind when we hear the word Gaudí. Tourists travel from far and wide to lay eyes on his buildings, so much so that Gaudí's still unfinished Sagrada Familia attracts over 4.5 million visitors every year, putting him at the center of the city's multi-million-dollar tourism industry. But a new exhibition in Barcelona wants to prove that there's more to Gaudí than just quirky shapes and souvenirs. Organizers spent over 4 years gathering 650 of the architect's least known works from private collectors and institutions spread across the globe.
Somebody so popular, so visited by millions and millions of persons, in a logical way, has the discourse about him, the narrative about Gaudí has been simplified. For example, being a genius who has a kind of magical or mystic inspiration, being somebody isolated from his time. The show tries to explain just the opposite. It's an extremely well-instructed, formed, educated person, architect. He's a man of his time, and his work is precisely the representation of his time. So it's to put again him in context.
So instead of the isolated, misunderstood genius, the exhibition suggests that Gaudí was a superstar among the rich and the famous. The country's bourgeoisie, along with the Catholic Church, were among his most prominent clients, and they commissioned him to design everything, including their lounge chairs.
Organizers felt that it was crucial that Gaudí's work be observed through an historic lens, which is why the exhibition takes us back to the Barcelona of the early 1900s. And as newspaper El Mundo suggests, it was at the time a city on fire.
Far from the vibrant, jovial escape Barcelona has become known for, Gaudí's Barcelona was one of a violent class struggle, a factor that significantly impacted the architect's work.
Gaudí, which is extremely religious man, and also extremely Catalan, is living in a city that at that moment has a very growing bourgeoisie, rich people that makes new houses, new art, this industrial development, next to a very, very convulsed social fight. And for example, is the moment that in Barcelona it happens what we call the tragic week, which is the burning of hundreds of churches by the anarchists, by the workers claiming for better conditions of work, etc.
Gaudí may have rubbed elbows with the rich and the famous, but he nevertheless was a man of the masses. It's why more than 1 million people attended his funeral in 1926, and millions more come to Barcelona every year to see his work. Salome van Zyl, TRT World.